You know, I've seen a lot of scummy practices in gaming, but I think this one takes the cake. I've never been so, what's the word? Amazed? Surprised, shocked, considering how greedy and scummy this company is. I guess I shouldn't be that surprised, but today I want to talk about WWE. Now I know that's probably going to come as a shocker to anyone watching this video. Oh, Wasabi, you like sports games? You like wrestling? No, I don't. Far from it. I don't give two fucks about sports games and never will. It's not my cup of tea. If you like it, more power to you. But you know what? I will say one thing. Sports fans who buy these games every single year, especially when there's almost no changes at all, let themselves continue to get fucked in the ass over and over and over and over. And it's so sad because that is the one section of gaming where it's just like Call of Duty. You have your select few of people who buy that shit every single year because that's all they buy. They don't care about all the new hot releases. They don't care that Breath of the or Tears of the Kingdom came out. They don't care about all the other new games that have come out this year. They just want to play their sports games. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But because those people are so dedicated and they buy it every single year like it's a Christmas tradition, they get fucked. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. A couple weeks ago, WWE announced that they were going to shut the servers down to a game they released just last year. Attention, WWE 2K community. WWE 2K 2022 servers will be discontinued as of January 3rd, 2024. All online modes and functions, including online matches and community creations, will no longer be available. Now is the perfect time to upgrade to WWE 2K23. Thanks for all your support. Who wants to support you after that? Your game barely just came out. You are backed by 2K, the people who own Grand Theft Auto and all the other big greedy ass games. How can you not afford to let the server stay on long? I don't give a fuck what anybody's excuse is for this as well too, because I know someone's going to be like, oh, well, you know, no one really used this, so why keep the server? It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. This is a giant ass company. This game literally just came out. You're paying. Part of the money that you pay for this game is so that you can have access to online features. What? It's just as scummy as game publishers who leave their games up for sale even though their servers are going to be shutting down soon, and they leave it up anyway just for people to keep buying last minute because they're like, oh, well, maybe you want to play for a couple more months before we shut down our servers, so you want to, you know, get in before the hype's done. No, make your game $1 then. If you really want people to get in last minute, make your game $1. All right? There's no excuse. Imagine if every year when a brand new game came out, the server shut down a year later. You would probably never buy it again because you know you can't play online. There are people who want to enjoy those features and then they just have the chair pulled right under them and like, ha, you really want to play that? Too bad, buddy. You really want to play online? Well, guess what? Now's the perfect time to upgrade. What's that? You don't want to pay the money. Why? Don't you love our games that barely have any substantial changes every single year? I know it's the same game, but you can still play online now. You know, that's fucking wild. Like, this is what makes it really bad. Sure, they have their little announcement saying, oh, multiplayer servers are going to shut down by December 31st. Why are you still charging $60 then? What's the point? In no universe would anyone ever want to pay this price when you can just get WWE 2K23 for $59 here. Same price, not even like a little discount like, hey, thanks for playing our game, here's a little upgrade to 2K23, you still want to play online. Nothing of that sort. And it's even worse to see that most of the recent reviews are positive. Now, granted, there are people that have called out this shit, but there's still a lot of people who are just like, hey, you know, this game still fire. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking good. No, you're letting yourself get fucked over, man. This is not good. This is not normal. It's like as if Call of Duty said, all right, hey, we know we released Modern Warfare 2 last year, but Modern Warfare 3 is coming out this year, and guess what? You still want to play online? You're going to need to buy that version, and then all the other ones, you ain't touching that shit no more, dog. We're shutting that down. So you have to play the new ones, which again would be really scummy and shitty, especially considering how big the company is and the fact that they just got bought by Microsoft at the recording of this video. And of course, I see the argument. Someone's going to be like, but the game is still worth $60. It's, you get all the single player content. You can still access it. Well, what's the problem? You telling me the game isn't worth $60? Yeah, it's not. Because you lost functionality. You lost part of what you're paying for. Every time someone buys a game, of course the reasoning is different, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who justify paying that $60 price tag because the game had online functionality. And so to have it just pulled right under you just after like 2 years, all right, almost being 2 years, we're being generous here, you know, after that amount of time, and to just have online taken away, that just fucking sucks. Like right now, if I wanted to, I can go play Modern Warfare 2, the original one, or Call of Duty 4 and go relive the glory days and nostalgic moments of my life if I really felt like it, because the servers are still up. Something that you kind of expect because other big game developers let their servers stay up for a very long time as well. So when it comes to something like WWE, you would expect the game to, you know, have their servers last for at least 5 years, you know, 10 years, kind of the standard, since it's backed by 2K, a company that can afford it. But no, they're like, just go buy our new games. We know that you're going to spend the money anyway, so you might as well do it. You know, that's pretty much the way that I've used the entire situation. Anything that ever happens with sports games in general, That's how it always is. I remember a couple years ago, there was a situation, I think it was with FIFA, and they had like their new game engine, right? But it didn't come to PC, it only came to consoles, and they're like, yeah, the consoles are going to be last gen. It's not going to be updated yet. We'll do it maybe next release, but not this one. But you still had to pay the same price as people on console. That makes no sense. You're being fucked. You're literally just being screwed over. But fans are like, well, it's the only thing I got, so I'll buy it. And that's actually the biggest problem, is that there's a stranglehold in the market. You only had a very few select people that can actually make these sports games, and nobody else can really do it because of the license. People want to have their favorite players. You got to license those people. You can't do it. It's kind of like too bad, so sad. I can only imagine that this is going to start to take precedent as we become more digital only with everything coming out. More games that have online only connections, more games that have multiplayer, games that don't really do so well, but you know what? They want to sit there and push their next one. Let's say the next iteration, the sequel, they're going to be like, hey, online shutting down, guys. I know it's only been like a year or two, but hey, go buy our new game instead. That's like a fucking insult. That's a slap in the face. It's like, yo, we know that you paid full price for our game and that it's supposed to have online functionality. That's part of the reason you paid for it, but we're removing that and we're going to make you go buy the new version instead. And before someone's like, oh, well, you can just get a refund on Steam. Motherfucker, now everybody has Steam. Like, yes, I have Steam. Yes, I can refund it, but not everybody does. On PSN, you're fucked. On Xbox, you're fucked. Well, I think you're fucked. I don't know if Xbox changed their policies, but definitely on PS5, Sony in general, they don't do refunds on that shit. They say, too bad, so sad. You're out of luck. And that's really shitty. Imagine you just bought the game a day before they make that announcement that online is going to shut down. And then you're like, I just bought your game for $60, man. They're like, well, sorry, it's not my fault you can't predict the future. Anyways, you made this far into the video. Consider giving a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.